What's up, everybody? It's Chris and Curtis back with episode 2 of our preseason divisional breakdown. Um, I'm probably going to title this episode The Dirty, Dirty South because
Mhm.
when you first look at the rosters of both the NFC South and the AFC South, it seems a little dirty. I'm not going to lie, but Curtis and I have been kind of talking about it a little bit behind the scenes, and I don't know. We both kind of think it's a little more interesting than it should be. So
Yeah, I'm excited about some of these teams.
I see, yeah. And before we even begin, like, I don't even know if I'm excited about the teams or if I'm just excited about certain
Yeah,
pieces of
that's
each
fair.
team.
That's fair. Yeah, there's some teams I have no interest in.
There's a couple.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple. Um, but honestly, we'll probably cover all that as we go along. So we're just gonna start with the NFC.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read off the rosters, or you think you got it? You want the ADPs, or you want me to just say the
Sure.
team and
Hit me with some ADPs.
okay. Now, I didn't go too far down the bench. I mean, I've got the full depth charts, but I only went as far as what's gonna seem to matter on the surface. If you got any
Yeah,
rookies or anything that I don't mention that you think you want to highlight, just go for it. So,
will do.
all right. Um, Also, slightly related to the title, the Dirty Birds starting us off. The Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
So you got Michael Penix, who is technically drafted, but he's going as like QB 19 or 20-ish, ADP 167.
hmm
Bijan, first round. Drake London at the back end of the second. Darnell Mooney, who is actually he's riding a Q tag right now, and I don't know how severe it is, but he's actually slotted in the 10th round. He was kind of a
Yeah.
late, like a
Yeah.
last round dart throw that panned out last year. So I guess for
hmm
depth purposes, he's kind of just gone up and stayed up. And very interestingly, for the first time that I think he might have validated a 7th or 8th round ADP, Kyle Pitts is slotted back in the middle of the 12th round.
Oh yeah, baby. I
Right?
love it. I have
S-
so much Kyle Pitts.
That's just a slam, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, when you're like looking at just like Brenton Strange and guys like that, it's like, sure, I'll take another shot on Kyle Pitts. I've already got the waxing of he's still only 24 years old.
right.
Like
Like I
he's
feel
so young.
that dude, he seems like he's got to be 30 because I've been let down by him just so many years in a row now. But it's really only
Yeah.
been like, what, 3? I think. Was this his 4th season?
Yeah, this is his fourth contract year. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's he's
Well,
finally not expensive, and I'm kind of
yeah.
excited about it.
I know. Well, I guess we start off with Bijan. Like, I
Sure.
mean, he's what consensus number 2 overall off the board. If you wanted to take him first, I get it. I would blink an eye if I saw him go first overall in a draft. I think he's probably the safest click you can make in the first round outside of Jamar Chase. But yeah, love him. Nothing wrong with that. Drake London, I like his price in there in the second round. I mean, if you yeah, no, I mean, I like it a lot, honestly. Like, I love getting to start off with like a Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Nico Collins, Drake London. If you're, or I'm not a believer in Christian McCaffrey, but if Christian McCaffrey slips to you at the back of the first round and you want to take him and follow it up with the Drake London, I like that a lot. Um, do you have what he finished at last year?
Not in front of me. I
Okay,
want to say off memory it was like 22.
really?
No. It had to be
Mm,
higher than that.
yeah,
Hang on.
I
I'm
want
thinking
to say
about
he was
somebody
in.
else.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'll get it for you.
For sure. I think he was top 12, but
Yeah, he had to be
um,
top 12.
yeah, they just brought no one in the draft, no offensive pieces. They worked on their defense. It's just going to be a lot of the same thing. I think Michael Penix is very underrated. I mean, this guy was a top 8 overall, I mean, top 7 overall pick in last year's draft. Really highly touted QB. I mean, I don't think there's a huge difference between him and Drake May, honestly, other than Michael Penix doesn't run a lot. And we had a small sample size of him. So I think Michael Penix is a huge value if you just want to punt the QB spot. and like we talked about Kyle Pitts, uh, yeah, if you punt tight end, I think Kyle Pitts is great in 12th round. And everyone like Tyler Algier should be
Yeah.
rostered in every league. And
Undrafted right now in ADP. Like,
yeah, it's
doesn't
wild.
doesn't even fall
Yeah.
in the top 20 rounds.
Uh, and Darnell Mooney, sure. I don't honestly see like a huge difference between Darnell Mooney and Rashad Bateman. And you can get Rashad Bateman for free.
Yeah.
Um, maybe I've given Bateman a little too much credit there, but Mooney is good. Like if you punt wide receiver, like you start off robust RB or something like that, and there in the 10th round, you're looking for just a guy with a pulse who can finish, top 10 on the week.
So
Mooney
somebody
can do
that's
that.
probably going to get 5 to 7 targets a week, if nothing else.
Yeah, Mooney
You know?
can do a really good Will Fuller impersonation,
Yeah, he could give you
and
4 for 40, and on that 5th one, just house a 30-yarder.
yeah,
That's what he
yeah,
did last
for
year.
his second touchdown. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so I like Falcons. I would say they're the only team that are going to give the Buccaneers a run for their money in this division.
Yeah. We'll get to the Bucks eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know how close of a run it's going to be, but yes, I agree that they are second best. Oh, and I was right and wrong about Drake London. He was 22 overall. He was the wide receiver
Okay,
5,
that's what I
which is
thought. Okay,
which is
I said yeah. That's why when you said
incredible.
22, I was like,
Yes,
22 overall though. How do you finish wide receiver 5 and finish 22 overall? That's crazy.
I know. Dude
But
had
yeah,
an incredible season, and he was hyper targeted more after Cousins' exit. Like when Penix
yeah.
was getting the nods. I mean, it was just
Well, he had that insane. I think like week 16 or 17 where he had like 187 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. It was an
yeah,
insane stat line. He had like 35 overall half PPR fantasy points. And he's just physically like he's, like a Julio
6'4",
Jones
220.
stature. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
he's
Yeah,
the dude.
exactly. He's a stud. So
He's the
yeah,
dude.
no problem taking Drake May if you're looking for a number 1 wide receiver.
I honestly have nothing to add to any of that. I kind of feel the
Yeah.
same way about most of these guys that you do. I would say if you're looking at this team and you are uncertain, you really need to figure out how you feel about Penix,
Yeah.
because obviously, as with most situations, a quarterback's going to make it or break it, and we don't know for 100 yet. I like him. I think he's going to be just fine, but again, there's a lot of talent around him. I'm not ready to put him up against the Bucks over a 17-week season just because I think that the defense is hot garbage compared to what the Buccaneers have when they're healthy. But the offense has the pieces. So, yeah, I'm fine with any of them at their cost. Really, I am.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm probably not taking Darnell Mooney when I can get somebody comparable later on. But anybody else on the team, sure. Why not?
Mhm.
All right. I kind of feel bad Matt missed that one. He'll be back with me later in the week to go over the
Oh
West, but
yeah.
he is the
The
Falcons
Falcons
fan.
fan.
I'll I'll give him a chance to say anything.
Defend Kyle
Yeah,
Pitts.
I
Yeah.
don't know that he will. I don't
I
know
know,
that he
I
will
know,
defend
yeah,
Kyle
I
Pitts.
know.
I am excited to do the West show with him because he's gonna let me have it about Marv.
Mm,
But I'm glad he's not here for the Colts.
yeah,
So
me too. Me too. Yeah.
we'd be here till midnight.
We
Oh,
can gloat on Anthony Richardson now that he's starting to turn into he's getting a little hype behind him. A little hype train on Anthony Richardson again. What could go wrong?
I'm not jumping on that train with you, buddy. You can be the lone conductor. I am more in Matt's camp, just not as heavily into Matt's camp.
13th round, man. Can't say no.
I can.
That
I
sure.
could say no. I can regret it later. I can.
Hmm.
But all right, moving right along. I don't I'll just go through this one real quick and then you tell me what I missed. So, the Panthers. Dude,
Yep.
the Panthers j- to look at them on paper, they just don't look incredible, but I kind of like the momentum that they built up toward the middle and the back half of last season last year, Bryce Young started moving the ball. Chuba Hubbard's a dog, and now Rico Dowdle's kind of running behind him. I
Mm-hmm.
think. I'm sure he'll
It's
be
a
the backup based on this depth chart, but Dowdle's fine. Like Dowdle's
yeah,
a solid RB2 on it.
yeah. It's
He's
like
not
they have the best of just a guy. They have the
but
best
right.
just a guy running backs in the league, 1 and 2. I think it's solid. I think they'll have a good running game. Let's not forget how excited we were for. I've already forgot his name. The coordinator took the head coaching job there last year. He was the coordinator at the Bucks.
Joe
Oh,
Brady?
not Joe Brady.
Joe Brady's not the coach there, is he? No.
This is embarrassing.
Me too.
Um, yeah. Anyway, he's known for his running schemes. I mean, he's the one that gave Rashad White like a top 10 running back overall finish a couple of years ago. So I keep wanting to say Liam Cohen, but that's not it. That's the
Yeah,
Jags
that's the
new guy.
Jags.
Uh, but anywho, I'm gonna get lost on it. Yeah, I like the running backs. I mean, I'm probably not drafting Rico Dowdle, but Chuba Hubbard in the fifth. Sure. I'm usually not drafting running backs in that range, but I think Chuba Hubbard's solid in that area. I mean, Enrico Dowdle, like, I mean, you could look at it as they really didn't bring in any competition for Chuba. And I mean, Rico Dowdle was 1,000-yard rusher last year in Dallas, so I don't think he's a nobody. So someone to keep an eye on. Tet McMillan, super exciting rookie. Uh, should be a great weapon for Bryce Young along with Xavier Legette year 2. It's exciting to see him. I think Adam Thielen is toast. So, but he's there in the last rounds, and he was very productive at the end of last year. I just think they brought in too much talent. And a late round tight end I like a lot, Jatavian Sanders. He was, I think he was the first tight end off the board in last year's rookie draft. So year 2 for him. You know, as far as if you punt tight end, I like him.
All right. I'll have to I know nothing about that guy. I did see his
Jatavian Sanders? Oh, you know him.
did you did you try to talk me into him last year when he was a rookie? We go through
I
a we go through a lot of names, man. You
yeah.
you took him a lot in your best ball drafts. Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Um yeah, no, I mean Dave Canales is the head coach, but
Dave Canales.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know who
Good
they are.
God.
Oh, I thought it was the offensive coordinator you were asking me
No,
about.
no, he was the offensive coordinator in Tampa. He got the head coaching job in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Dave Canales. Thank you. God, that was going to drive me crazy. Yeah, we love
Mandingo?
Dave Canales. We were disappointed that it
Right.
didn't pan out last year, but, you know, you saw the running scheme, how good it was with Chuba. I mean, Chuba finished number 8 overall running back. He was great on
Yeah.
a pretty bad team.
On a team that shouldn't really be in a position to run the ball all that
Yeah.
much. So,
Yeah. I
yeah,
would
no.
say the big question mark is Tet McMillan in the what does he go in the 4th round?
Well, right now in a 10 man, he's at the back end of the 6, but that's not going to
Oh,
hold. Yeah,
golly.
I
Yeah,
looked cuz he's already at the top of the depth chart. So, now granted, that's over Thielen, Leggett, Jalen Coker, and Hunter Renfro. So,
I
you know.
forgot about Hunter Renfro. I think he came up lame in a practice the other day though.
Oh,
But
did
yeah,
he?
Hunter Renfro is like like yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I think Adam Thielen's kind of going to be regulated out a little bit, but um
Well, yeah, it's kind of just
yeah.
like kind of it's kind of just what you said, man. They just look like a bunch of dudes, but they're a bunch of B and C dudes, and they actually have some depth.
Yeah,
Like
sure,
it's,
they do.
I
Yeah.
don't love any of them. Like I'm not reaching for anybody unless I get a flyer on McMillan. But I'll take Hubbard at value, and I'll
Yeah.
probably still draft Leggett. Like I think he's the 2, even though
Oh yeah, yeah. I think the
you
2 is
know
where Leggett will thrive,
I
not
do too.
having like the
Yeah.
number 1 cover on him. But I have to say, if Tet's going at the back end of the 6, that's a huge value. I'll be scooping that up all day because I've been like drafting him in the 4th round of best ball tournaments and drafts. And I mean, and like I'm in that round, I'm like, oh, this is probably too expensive, but I still do it because he's clearly the number 1. Bryce looked good at the end of last year, so I mean, I think he's a smash there at the back of the 6 in your home leagues. I think that's value.
He probably does have a steady climb in best ball drafts because he's got the clout. I mean, everybody's excited about it, and he's also 6'5" and 215. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure the best ball heads are looking for those random, even if they're garbage time home run balls that I'm sure he's going to bring in. But
Yeah,
fantasy aside, dude,
true.
I kind of
Very
just
true.
like this offense. I think it's going to be interesting to watch.
Me too. I wanna put $10 on them winning the conference. Like, it's not likely because I think
You mean
Tampa
the
is so
division?
good. Division, thank you, the
Say
conference.
you put $10 on them winning the
Uh,
conference, you're going to get about $1,000 back probably.
yeah, yeah, but
That would
I
be
think they've
something.
got yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all if all of a sudden it's like Carolina fighting for the division instead of, uh, Atlanta.
Really? Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, yeah, I I I wouldn't be surprised, no. I think a lot of people would be. But, I mean, it would be surprising, but I wouldn't be shocked. The division's bad. Like, it's always up for grabs.
No,
I think
no, it is.
it came down to, like, 17 for them to decide who between Atlanta and Tampa last year. Um,
What is wild about the NFC South is it doesn't matter, and I'm sure you could historically say this about any division, but I watch the NFC South a lot more because I live on the North Shore, 40 miles north of the Saints. So it's just
yeah,
always on. But dude, like the worst Panthers team that you can remember for the last 10 years could have beaten last year's Buccaneers by 30 on any
yeah,
given day. Like you just honest to God, dude. It doesn't matter how good the teams
yeah,
look on paper. There's so much hatred in this division that
mhm.
dude, they just ball out when they play each other sometimes. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah, I like Carolina players, so I'm drafting them. I don't
You sound real stoked on Tedero McMillan.
I am stoked
I
on
don't
Tedder
know as much
McMillan.
about him as you do, but I know he's 6'5", 215, and apparently can catch anything. So, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
mean,
much that's what you want out of your X
yeah.
receiver.
It depends on Bryce, obviously, but if we get what we saw at the end of year last year, Bryce, I'm excited.
All right.
Number 1 overall pick, Bryce Young, not that long ago.
Well,
People forget.
speaking of who I live 40 miles north of, let's shift to a less exciting roster.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry, Dylan. Actually, we've talked about it. He knows. He knows. We're flubbing for either Arch Manning or Garrett Nussmeier, whoever they want at the
yeah,
time.
dude. Yeah, or the Saints undoubtedly is who's about to come up. The only team like Vegas has losing to the Giants. The Giants have one game where they're favored, and it's against the Saints. So
That's got to be
it's.
that can't be in New Orleans, right?
I think it is. I think it is.
I think the Saints gonna beat the Giants in New Orleans.
We'll see,
I don't
man.
think
We'll
it's gonna be
see.
that bad.
Saints look so bad right now. Like they flop so bad on drafting Shucker, Tyler Shucker.
Shh.
I mean,
Yeah, they did.
I don't know. I
They
haven't
really
watched
did.
the guy play. Maybe he just has preseason and training camp jitters. Comes out there and balls out. I don't know. It sounds like Spencer Rattler is kind of has the job. No,
Well, he probably has the job, but
yeah,
it's
and
not
it's like
exciting.
I've been having to let go of Chris Olave because I feel like him going in the 6th round is just offensive. But the more I just look at this situation, the more and more I'm just like, I think I'll just take some of these guys around him and let
Well,
someone else draft Olave.
let me give
Um,
you their redraft ADPs and see if you're still in that camp.
okay.
Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck are both undrafted, as they should
You
be.
sure? You sure?
Yes.
I drafted Tyler Shuck in a best ball draft the other day. Felt bad.
Taysom Hill is drafted more than either one of those quarterbacks, and I'm pretty sure he's got like severe injury or something like that.
Yeah,
Like I
dude, he'll
don't.
be announcing his retirement in
Right,
a few
right.
weeks. Yeah.
Uh, Alvin Kamara is at the end of the 4th. We do need to have a conversation about that. Chris Olave is in the middle of the 8th in redraft. In
Woo.
in half-point PPR, Rashid Shaheed is a late-round flyer. Juwan Johnson is undrafted. I I'm I'm not gonna punt so that I can stick my flag in the ground of Juwan Johnson in the last round of the draft and then tell people what they can do with it. But if Juwan
Yeah.
Johnson's on waiver wires, he's going to be the first one I pick up if I get in a tight end spot.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
you either got a rookie quarterback or a sophomore quarterback that wasn't good as a rookie. So, I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to go to him a lot, and Kellen Moore likes his tight ends. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
um,
like Juwan Johnson.
let's do Olave first. So you said you didn't like him in the 6th. How's he sound in the middle of the 8th?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take him in the middle of the 8th.
That's my
There's just
line.
no way. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
my
take
line.
him.
I'm
Yeah,
going to take him in the
I'll
7th.
I mean, because you can make the argument for him. Like, the bullish case is he's the number 1 target there. Whoever the quarterback is, he's gonna get 8 to 10 targets a game. He's never gonna score a touchdown ever. But,
No.
I mean, I don't know, the 8th round, potentially a consistent wide receiver 3 flex who's gonna lock in 13 points for you. The occasional that's the thing, I guess, is like, is he ever gonna break 16, you know, PPR fantasy points?
Yeah.
Like,
He's going to go 6 for 65 pretty much every week that he's not hurt, which he gets hurt a fair amount. But the 4 touchdowns he catches in this offense, those will be the 4 weeks that he gets 18
yeah,
points, you know? I mean,
yeah, I
but I
mean, I
think
guess you
as
just hope.
again as a wide receiver 3 rotating flex, that's still give me 15
Yeah,
points a
round
week.
8, yeah, give it to me, give it to me. Um,
I want that
Tell me
smoke.
why we should. Yeah, how about your boy Alvin? What we doing with Alvin this year?
So last year, I advocated for Alvin Kamara real hard because his ADP was in the beginning of the 5th, and the highest that he actually moved up at any point was the end of the 4th. He's kind of in the same spot, like he's at the end of the 4th, so technically
Yeah,
he's moved up 5 spots since last year, but I'm fine with it still. But I'm not bullish on it like I was because he is a year older. He's got like 280 painful touches under his belt since the last time I had this discussion, and the team's worse. So it's kind of like Chris Olave. He's going to give me probably 6 to 8 catches a game,
well,
but they're going to
throws
be
up
for
25.
25 yards, and he's going to get drilled so hard, like right past the line of scrimmage when he gets them. Like I'm honestly not mad about him in the 4th, but I just don't think he's even gonna be as valuable this year as he was last year, and he costs a little more. Like the team
Oh,
is worse.
uh,
And
I'm not touching
Ken
him in the 4th. I think he's.
Kendre Miller's looking fine now for once. Fingers crossed. Cam Akers is on the roster. Like,
Yeah,
look, they're not
Devin Neal.
taking Kamara off the field. That's you get my point though. Like I
Yeah,
think he's to borrow one from you, he's getting a little too dusty to have 25 touches a game. And
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, 4th round's tough, tough, tough. And but um, Rashid Shaheed, another guy. Who were we just talking about in the 10th round? Darnell Mooney. I mean, give me Rashid Shaheed over Darnell Mooney
3
as a
rounds later,
flyer in the
sure.
late rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't hate that at all. Who knows? Maybe Jameis
No.
Winston comes back home, back to New Orleans.
Uh, it'd be nice. It'd be real nice. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just this is going to
But
be this is going to
yeah,
be
I'm
3 hours
avoiding.
for me every Sunday for the next 5 months. Like
Dude, sorry, Tyler. Shut. It's gonna be It's gonna be bad. I'm pretty much avoiding this team other than Olave in the 8th, I guess.
it's going to be 3 hours of me texting Dylan about anime cuz after the
Yeah,
first quarter we're both going to be completely tuned out of the game. But
yeah. You need to get some red zone, brother. You're gonna have to get the red
yeah,
zone.
I do. I really do. I need to steal your login. Copyright infringement a little
Yeah,
bit. All right, well, let's move on from that.
Yeah, without ado.
This one is exciting. Chris loves the Tampa
Yeah,
Bay Buccaneers. They're a fun team. They're coached very well, and they don't look a lot different than they did last year, with the exception of Sean Tucker's probably going to get some run, which I'm super excited about, and they got a pretty good rookie. Won't you
yeah.
won't you
Well,
tell me about Emeka Egbuka?
oh well, Ohio State first rounder. We all know Ohio State. I mean, look at it. Well, poor Olave also came from Ohio State, but you got Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr. There's someone else I'm forgetting who's really good, but Abuke is the next one. He's getting steamed up
He
in best
sure
ball
is.
drafts. He's going like in the fifth round, like the 4 or 5 turn. I can't get on board with that at all. I get it. I get the excitement. He's exciting. Chris Godwin might start the year on pup, and as soon as you get Chris Godwin's going to be on pup, Abuke is shooting through the roof, and Jalen McMillan, who was a pretty exciting prospect last year, is in a neck brace right now. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
what that means, so it's not looking good there. I mean, you could see it start off with Mike Evans and Mbuke, and he's a first round wide receiver. Like, it's not like if Mbuke starts off and balls out, like Chris Godwin's going to come back from injury and they're just going to be like, all right, Mbuke, get on the bench. Like, he might take a hit production wise because Chris Godwin is good, but I like him a lot. Where's he going on sleeper? It might be a more palatable
It's not the
taste.
4-5 turn.
Thank God.
You
Yeah.
you can you can wait a little while on him for that.
Yeah.
Now, with the Godwin news, he's going to climb, but at the
Yeah.
rate that he started out at, and the fact that he's getting just all the smoke in camp and all the steam, he's probably going to land in like the 7th by draft day. But he's in the
Oh.
ninth. He's in the ninth right now.
Oh, yeah. If he stays
Yeah,
in the ninth, that's a huge value. I'm soaking him up there. I like him in the 7th too, for sure. That's where he was going for a while in best ball drafts, and that's the range. I was like, all right, like this is, you're taking him ahead of Godwin, which is like, all right, sure. Especially if Godwin starts off on the pup, I can get on board with that. Uh, but when you're having to take him like ahead of Travis Hunter and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know. It's maybe getting a little frothy for my taste, but I'm excited for him. I think it's great for Baker Mayfield, who is kind of pricey this year, at least in best ball. I don't know about redraft,
7th,
but
back into the
yeah,
7th.
that's kind of pricey in redraft. That's kind of where he's going in best ball. So
I would pay it with this
yeah,
team and what he did last year. I'm not looking for another 4,000 and like what 40 or however many
yeah, it was it
touchdowns he
was a
threw.
it was a crazy night. He was such a stud last
He
year, dude.
was, dude.
I
He
watched
he was an
my
absolute
algorithm was
stud.
just full of Baker Mayfield
Right.
highlight reels, dude. I loved it.
Bro, I picked
But
him up in one league because I was just in quarterback conundrum. I think it might have been Brandon's league. And he
mhm,
just is whatever week I picked him up and played him in, he never came out. I
yeah,
was just like,
I mean,
this is your home now, buddy.
yeah. With how consistent they've been, you think they'd have the same offensive coordinator every year. This is like the third offensive coordinator he's going to have at Tampa, which is not like usually a bad thing, but Baker seems to be immune to it. I think Tampa Bay has a system regardless of coordinators. Like, get Mike Evans and whoever the number 2 is the ball. Speaking of Mike Evans, that's your boy right there. I mean, I imagine you'll have to get a autographed jersey from him when they put him in the Hall of Fame.
That'd be pretty sweet. I do love
Yeah,
me some Mike Evans, man.
yeah,
I
yeah. Tell me about Mike. Where's he going right now?
cheap for Mike Evans. He's a whole round cheaper than he was last year, and I don't really understand why.
Yeah, well,
Like it,
yeah.
like I really don't. Like I get it.
Do you want 1,000 yards? Do you want 10 touchdowns?
Well, and I get it, dude. They had to cheat to give him that 1,000 yards, but at the same time, he just fantasy
They were
aside,
willing to do it, and they were in
right,
playoff contention. It wasn't like they weren't
you
important
know.
games. Yeah,
Well, and the offense was so good with the emergence of Bucky Irving, and before he kind of started getting hurt a little bit, Rashad White was still fine. Like
yeah, yeah.
the
People
system,
forget that too.
right? the system was just so good that Evans wasn't just a back shoulder touchdown machine. He still caught those, and he still
Mhm.
did just fine. But I mean, just the this offense is so good. I want any piece of it. Like I'm looking at Baker in the back of the seventh, Bucky at the 2-3 turn, Mike Evans at the back of the fourth. Maybe,
Oof, that's offensive.
yeah.
That's yeah, that's crazy.
Godwin's free because of the injury fear. Igbuka's in the
Mhm.
ninth. Rashad White, who, yeah, you just said like we don't know how long it's going to be or how bad. Sounds like it's going to be a little while, but he's pretty much undrafted now. Like he's in like
Oh,
the
that's right.
16th round.
He came up with a hamstring or something. He's day to
But
day with some injury.
Sean Tucker is undrafted, and if I go absolute zero RB, that's the next man up in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
That is a fun name. He had a big fan club his rookie season. Just a top tier athlete. I don't know his numbers, but he was
amazing
just
story.
yeah, he had some crazy heart issue. He came over
Yeah.
in college too. Just one of those freak athletes. Not necessarily like not refined, but he's been in the NFL for I think this is his third or fourth season. But yeah, he's an exciting flyer at the end of drafts for sure. Uh, yeah, I love this team. I'm always happy to draft Bucks. It's an offense that is very fantasy friendly. They play in a fantasy friendly division, and they're good enough when they play against other good teams that they can turn into shootouts. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love the Bucks. Happy to get on board with all of them. I think Baker's a little pricey. I mean, we got to talk about Bucky Irving, uh, last year rookie sensation, uh, going into the sophomore season, like you said, going to 2-3 turn, which you know feels a little frothy, but he's at the end of a tier. He's at the end of that Chase Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs area. He's going before Kyron, which is kind of surprising to me. But if Rashad White's going to be out first couple of weeks, I get it, but I like him a lot. I mean, he didn't catch a lot of passes, but that doesn't mean he can't catch passes.
Yeah.
I, he's, I think he's if you want to go like Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb in the first three
And
picks or
then look
something
for
like
him on the
that.
backswing.
Yeah, and they're like he's the RB1 for you on the backswing. I love it. You get to double tap like T Higgins and him or something like that. I like him a lot. The only problem I have with him is I don't know. I don't think he has a huge chance of finishing like number one overall at the running back position. And I would like the running backs I draft in that area to have the shot at it. But, I mean, we take Amon Ra at the end of the first round, knowing he doesn't have a real chance of probably finishing number one overall at the wide receiver position. So that's just something I need to get over. I think he's a pretty good click. And he's fun. He's young, you
He's
know.
explosive.
Yeah, he's got real Devon Achan vibes to him. He's real exciting to watch. It's not like one of these, plotting type guys where he's just terrible to watch, but at the end of the game, he's got you 30 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown.
The only one of those that I'm drafting willingly over Bucky Irving is probably Chase Brown. Like
Yeah.
I'll take him over Kyron. I'll take him over Jacobs. I'd take him over Taylor. Ah,
Okay. That's
I,
Ty. Yeah, dude,
I,
that's what I'm saying. I
if
don't know
I,
if I
if I'm staring them
Yeah.
both down the barrel, and
Yeah.
Taylor's right where his ADP is, and Bucky's at the turn, and I think Bucky can make it back to me, I will 100% pass on Taylor on the chance. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pull Bucky up that far, but I'll straight up take him over Josh Jacobs. Like if they're
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
two up,
Same.
100%. And this team has depth, dude. I didn't even realize this. You know Teddy Bridgewater's on that team?
I didn't. Does that count as depth? Wasn't he just teaching high school ball not long ago?
I think so. I think Teddy
Yeah.
Bridgewater's a competent quarterback. I'm not
Sure.
Baker, God forbid, season-ending injury or whatever. Teddy Bridgewater's not about to come in and take them to the Super Bowl. But my point is, like, there's enough talent everywhere else that I think if they lose a piece, they're just going to keep rolling. I mean, they
Yeah.
did it
I think
last
they
year
have
with
really
their
good
receiving
depth at
core.
Yeah, I think they have good depth at wide receiver. I mean, you're seeing it right now with McMillan in a neck brace and Godwin potentially starting on pup. And I think they have another interesting receiver, not for fantasy, but as far as like Baker being a little insulated from his wide receivers going down. Because let's not pretend Mike Evans is immune from
Hamstring stuff.
injury. Yeah, that man's hamstrings hanging on by a thread.
Sterling
But that being
Shepard's still
said,
on the team.
there we go. Yeah, that's who I meant. And Sterling Shepard's a real life professional wide receiver. Like he's good for a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's an excellent possession receiver.
Yeah.
So if injuries weren't a factor, their second team 3 up would be Jalen McMillan, Trey Palmer, and Tez Johnson.
Yeah, Trey Palmer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Trey Palmer's a young player who had some, was exciting before they drafted McMillan.
All right. I'm taking the Bucks to smash that division. I don't think it's going to be
Yeah.
particularly close in an overall game count, but as we get with the NFC South every year, there will be random upsets where you're like,
Yeah.
the Saints did not
I think
just.
the Falcons could give them a real run for their money.
All right. AFC South. Still dirty.
Yeah.
Still real dirty. Normally I do these in alphabetical order, but I don't want to save the Titans for last. So
No. Yep.
let's knock that out. Cam Ward, rookie quarterback, who honestly stands a pretty good chance
overall.
Yeah, first overall pick, who stands a pretty good chance looking at the rest of this balanced roster and the shitty defenses in this division of probably having a better rookie season than Caleb Williams did.
Yeah, dude. Passes the vibe check. Every time I hear Cam Ward talk or you hear his players talk about him, they love him.
Dude seems like a leader. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a really good locker room. Calvin Ridley's just glazing him. Talking about, I bet it is the best ball Calvin Ridley's caught in the past 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Van Jefferson will be his 3 starting receivers. And
they did draft a pretty exciting rookie wide receiver. Is he on your list there?
I've got the whole depth chart. Elick?
Yeah. Elick, thank you. Elick. Yeah, Elick was someone people were excited about. Yeah. They were excited about him pre-rookie draft. I think he may have fallen a little bit, but he's someone to keep an eye on. I would say so.
Well, that's
R.I.P. Treylon Burks, A.J. Brown's replacement.
Oof.
Yeah. But it's Calvin Ridley as far as the receivers go for fantasy.
I think Tyler Lockett will be a piece. I really do. I think he's going to be that 3rd and 5 Amon-Ra guy.
No. We can't lead the people down Tyler Lockett.
No. I'm not saying he's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right. I'm saying I think he's going to be the 3rd and 5 Amon-Ra guy. Like just on 3rd and short, and you don't think you can run it, and Calvin Ridley's obviously going to be in double coverage. He's just going to be the possession dude. I think he can still do that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see, dude. I don't know. I think Tyler Lockett's going to be a lot of 5 targets, 3 catches for 15 yards type of stat lines.
Well, there might be.
Yeah.
I meant for the team. Like,
sure, yeah.
For fantasy purposes, Tyler Lockett is undrafted. You want to put your 19th pick on him to see? All right, sure.
Tyler Lockett's a name. A lot of people have drafted Tyler Lockett, loved him for what he did. He was a value for a really long time. So somebody could hear that and be like, "Yeah, man, he still has it. They paid him. I
hope they do. And the dude goes 10 for 130 week 1. That's what I hope
bet he does at one. I bet he does have a couple good weeks. Can't believe they let go of Nakine Westbrook. I can't remember.
Westbrook Akine? Nick Westbrook Akine?
Yeah. There we go. That's it.
Yeah, dude. I think it's just I think it's year 2 of the new regime, and they're cleaning house and bringing in youth and just starting over because they were told they have the chance to do so.
Yeah.
I like when ownership does that.
Yep. They did draft Gunnar Helm, like end of the 1st or early 2nd. Nonetheless, high draft capital on a tight end. I hate it for Chigakonkwo. He was always a fun late round flyer tight end.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't even draft Gunnar Helm, but just someone to keep an eye on if you see him kind of popping off.
You've seen
in some games.
His last year's film?
Oh, from college?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
I'd
you?
be lying on
Oh,
no, man.
go down that rabbit hole. So the dude had a quiet career up until last year, but he put off a pretty ungodly line last year. But just go on YouTube and look up highlights and see some of the like he made outside receiver catches
Wow.
at like
Yeah.
6'5" and 260. Like dude,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
he's
That's
gonna
what
be
I
a thing.
yeah, for sure.
he,
He's
he
exciting.
he may not be the 900 yards and 10 touchdowns tight end this year because this offense has a lot of growing pains and a lot of youth.
Mhm.
They got a lot to figure out, even though I think they have some decent potential. And I think they'll have some
Yeah.
surprising fantasy weeks, but he will
Yeah,
be a thing by the end of it.
for sure. Tony Pollard, where's he going in drafts?
Back of the eighth. Love that.
Like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Tajay Spears, I don't think has practiced almost all offseason. He's dealing with injuries. Yeah, it's going to be Tony Pollard's backfield. He was good. He was very serviceable last year. I'm I'm definitely drafting some Tony Pollard.
Yeah. That's that's kind of just
That
like a find the
yeah,
diamond in a rough, man. Because
yeah,
they're
you know.
going to score points. Like they're not going to lose every game by 30 points. Because
Mhm.
this division is pretty weak defensively, as a
Yeah,
general. But yeah, I think teams like that are fun. I think
they
they're
are.
fun to
They
draft
could have
around.
some. They'll be a fun draft. Calvin Ridley, if you want to play with fire, as far as a weekly starter, and Tony Pollard. The rest of them are going to be fun streaming options, and maybe you hit on a gem like Gunnar Helm, or maybe Cameron Ward turns into a real weekly starter. Doubt it, but they'll be fun to watch.
Or maybe you use your last pick on Tyler Lockett and then prove everybody who passed on him wrong. That's what you
Yeah,
do.
you could. He still has it. No. What does a player do when like they're too scared to fall down? They just like I guess they don't they just start dropping the ball all the time. I don't know. Like I mean, Tyler Lockett hasn't taken a hit in 3 years.
It's
That being said, he had a really sad story on why
smart
he
way to
doesn't
play,
take hits.
man. Smart way to play.
Sure, sure. Yeah. Just slip and slide out there. Just take him all the way out of bounds. But
Houston Texans.
yeah, man. Uh
They look a lot like
I
last
think
year,
he's
with the exception of they look nothing like last year right now.
yeah, new offensive coordinator. Um, I think they were winning with the whole let's just give it to Joe Mixon 100 times in a game. But I think that's also part of the reason they got fired is because they had nothing else. CJ
Yep.
Stroud looked like a complete bust last year. And he was for fantasy purposes, but I'm not giving up on CJ Stroud. The community seems to have. I mean, he's going so late in drafts. It's crazy. I'm all the way back in on CJ Stroud this year.
12th round in
Uh,
redraft,
yeah, it's nuts. He's
which is
free. He's
nuts.
free.
Which is nuts. Do
This
you
guy
know
was
right now?
going.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying he was going with the 4-5 turn last year when everyone overhyped him. He is a pocket passer. He's not a scrambler. But this team has no running game to speak of.
At
I
all.
mean,
Daria
they're talk.
Bungawale is their top
Yeah,
running back
I
right
mean,
now.
it's going to be Nick Chubb or Woody Marks or a weird combo. Damian Pierce. It's going to be C.J. Stroud slinging it,
Yeah,
which I think makes
I
say,
don't think Damian Pierce makes the final roster.
yeah, me
I
either. But he's
really
on the
don't.
team. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, Nico Collins, where he's going,
fine.
might be the best value in the
Too
first
low.
round.
Oh,
I mean, this team, like, I think Nico Collins has a real chance at being the number one wide receiver overall this year. I love him. And I like their rookies they drafted, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel is free, I think, because Christian Kirk is going to get a little more run than people want. But Jaden Higgins is like, make sure I'm not getting this wrong. Jaden Higgins is the guy that's like a copy of Nico Collins, if I'm not mistaken,
not
physically wise. I
carbon,
think
but close. He's closer
yeah, he's
to.
like,
He's definitely closer to Nico than he is Christian Kirk.
yeah.
He's not
I
the
mean, and you,
speedster guy like Tank Dell or
yeah, like Tank Dell. That's where
yeah.
Jalen Noel's at. But I mean, Tank Dell is a special player. Not all, just because you're 5'8" and really fast doesn't mean you're going to be Tank Dell. Tank Dell is special. But but that position, that void in the offense is going to need to be filled. And Jaden Higgins could be that along there with Nico. I mean, Christian Kirk, we know who Christian Kirk is. He's our today and age Tyler Lockett. If you want Tyler Lockett, draft Christian Kirk. If you like that kind of player,
You
Christian
didn't
Kirk's there for
didn't
you.
even give me the chance. That's exactly where I was going with that. This is a Tyler Lockett you could actually get behind, though.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm not touching the tight end area. What's his name? The Dr. Schultz.
The fantasy footballer's slowest man alive.
Yeah, he is so slow.
He is
He
so
is so
slow.
slow.
You know,
Dalton
I used
Schultz.
to
There
listen
we
to
go.
him talk about that, and I was like, that just can't be right, dude. He's a
Oh,
professional
it is.
athlete. Then you watch it, and you're like, that I might be faster than that dude. Like,
Yeah, I think I can outrun Dalton Schultz. Yeah, for
I
sure.
doubt I could, but
But
I would hate to
I'm
see
really,
how slow I looked if that's how slow he looks.
yeah, I'm really excited about this team. I don't think C.J. Stroud became a bad quarterback over one season. You know, when he didn't have, I mean, he lost Tank Dell early. Nico Collins was out for like 5 weeks. You know, and they still made the playoffs and won a playoff game, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. Am I right about that? They beat the Chargers in the playoffs, or no? That's not right. They beat
I don't
somebody in the
remember. Yeah.
playoffs. But you know, I think this team is just going to be slinging the ball again. So sign me up for some late round CJ Stroud. That's kind of that'll be a discussion for another podcast, but I'm kind of out on the elite quarterbacks this year because of players like CJ Stroud, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, these
Mm-hmm.
guys who I think have like top 5 overall potential going for free basically. But that's another conversation. On CJ on the Texans though, I mean sign me up. And Woody Marks, I mean, you
Somebody's
might
got
not
to
know
run the
about him.
ball.
Yeah, dude, he's a rookie from you can get for free who might be the starting running back on a high powered
Right.
offense. So I would pick him up almost in 100% of leagues at the end of my draft.
Yeah. No. Again, I disagree with literally nothing. I
Until we
think
get
Jade,
more news on Joe Mixon, who I guess we should talk about Joe Mixon, huh? He's
he's gonna
just like,
the latest update I saw that he's probably gonna be on NPI for at least 4 to 6.
yeah, so it's
And
so like, where do you even draft that guy?
and then he's
11th
29
round?
coming off of his most
Yeah.
overused and
He,
abused season of his career. So,
he's off my board. He's
yeah.
off my
What's
board.
your line?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's if you just absolutely love your team and he stays to the 7-8 turn, which is kind of where he's going now. Sure.
No, you
Why not?
can't.
Like
You can't take him at the 7-8 turn. Can't
I mean,
abide.
I'm not,
Can't abide. Yeah.
but I was way too out on CJ Stroud last year, but it had nothing to do with what I thought he could do. I just thought the 5th round was way too expensive for him.
Yeah.
But
And it
in
was.
in the 12th on a team where he's gonna throw the ball a lot, and just like you said, I mean, he's gonna have no choice, and the replacements being made in the offensive staff are going to historically look and say, well, this other guy lost his job because he wanted to run the ball 40 times a game, so
Yeah.
let's try something new. So
Yeah. Yeah.
give me Stroud, give me Nico, give me Kirk for free. Why not? I don't even mind.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah.
even mind a flyer on a rookie Jaden Higgins, because
Oh, me. I
yeah.
like give me Jaden over Kirk all day. Like I like
Well,
Jaden Higgins a
you'll have
lot.
to take him over Kirk. He's 4 rounds higher. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if I miss out on one, I'll take the other one and just still be happy with the depth on my team. You know?
Yeah. Totally.
All right. I got the Texans to win that division.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Probably gonna parlay them with the Bucks and just throw
Yeah.
a quick tenner on it and see what.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have Jacksonville's going to be a very sneaky dark horse for that division.
All right, let's go there next.
Okay. All right.
I
We
just
got Liam Cohen, new offensive coordinator, outshined by the Ben Johnson to Chicago, but a very exciting hire
probably the
if you're a
second most
franchise.
exciting hire
Yep.
of the
Yeah, he was
offseason.
the previous coordinator for the Bucks last year, so that was a very fun offense, produced a lot of fantasy points. I mean, we got values across the board, other than I guess, I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. is in that late first, early second range. I think he should be a first round pick. Um, but I think he's priced accordingly. I mean, he's a stud. I don't know what to do with Travis Hunter, to be honest. I haven't watched a lot of film on him from college. A lot of people like him. A lot of people love him, say he's the best wide receiver of the class that just got drafted. Uh, I mean, they're talking about playing him mostly on offense. I just think he has variables I don't want to take chances on in fantasy. Like, what happens if a cornerback gets hurt and they need to pull him to cornerback and he's like, not doesn't play offense for the whole game other than like some red zone snaps or things like that. I don't know. I think what do you have as ADP? Travis Hunter's ADP?
His ADP's middle of 6.
Yeah, that's just. I just don't know about that, man. You're passing up on like, uh,
Not a lot in that receiver tier, to be honest
really?
with you. It's actually kind of lit.
Okay.
Receivers going even earlier this year than it has been. You got just as many running backs in the first 3 rounds as you do receivers, but after that, it's pretty much either QB,
Yeah.
tight end, receiver. There's really no dead zone running backs in this year's ADP frame. There's a handful, but not like
There's Alvin Kamara in the 4th round.
yeah. There's still that.
Yeah. Oh, give me some. Do you have any running backs in that ADP going around him?
I can find out.
You don't. We don't have to.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Well, I'll just tell you what I think about Travis Hunter.
Yeah, you tell me.
I think it's a disaster if they actually plan on using him on both sides of the ball. If I'm the defensive coordinator or an offensive coordinator for that team that they're playing, I'm going to run a streak on his side of the field every single play. I don't care if I'm running the ball up the A-gap. I don't care if I'm running the play action. I don't care if I'm trying to run a streak. I'm going to make his ass run every single time the ball is snapped. So he's going to
Yeah.
be gassed at halftime. Then he can't defend anything on defense, and he can't hurt you on offense. My guess is he's probably, if he's as good as a receiver as everybody says, he's good. I did watch film. He made some incredible catches. He'll probably be used defensively in red zone packages rather than offensively in red zone packages because he is a good ball hawk. But I don't know. If it comes out and we start seeing that it's 50-50, like he's in on some offensive packages and some defensive packages, I don't want any of that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good on that. But if I find out he's an offensive player who is going to see the field on some defensive schematics, all right, I'm fine.
Yeah. Are you worried about Brian Thomas Jr. at all with Travis Hunter?
No.
Getting drafted there? Me either.
Brian
I'm
Thomas
not.
is that dude, man.
Yeah. I feel the same
He
way.
ain't losing shit. Like,
Yeah. And I think all their running backs are a value. I mean, Travis Etienne Jr., who finished, I think, a top 3 running back 3 years ago, is being drafted at like the 9-10 turn, I think.
Travis Etienne? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just give me that. Yeah. If I go 0 RB, he's I like. I'm not going to say I like Travis Etienne. I like what Travis Etienne could be in the 9th and 10th round. What he offers, it's going to be a complete bust, or he's going to surprise you and outproduce that draft price. But I think Tanks Bigsby is a good price. He's going a little later than Travis Etienne Jr. And I think Bashan Tootin is a pretty exciting rookie they drafted in PPR leagues. Brenton Strange, there's some camp hype around him. I guess in a full PPR league, you could do worse in the late rounds for a punt tight end, but I'm not really interested.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on everything you said, but I would like to elaborate that Travis, and I almost don't even want to say this because some people that I play in leagues with are going to watch this, but Travis Etienne is probably my favorite sleeper in the entire draft.
Yeah.
We have a very short memory. We forget that he was RB3 in PPR format 2 years ago, and now he's getting plays designed and called for him by the guy who kept Rashad White relevant,
Yeah.
even through the emergence of Bucky Irving. So if you're telling me that I get ETN's youth and skill set with Liam Cohen's knowledge and guidance on an offense that is probably going to be fully functional, like it's kind of alarming to me that De'Ami Brown is the wide receiver 3, which leads me to believe that Travis Hunter will be 90% offensive. But
Yeah.
I think this
That was a good
offense is
point.
good.
Yeah. That's a point in Travis Hunter's favor. I heard somebody make the other day. It's like, who else are they throwing the
Right.
ball to? It's going to be Travis Hunter. They drafted him to be a receiver, which I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, like that's a really good bullish case for Travis Hunter. And it could turn out that we should have been drafting Travis Hunter ahead of Ted McMillan this whole
It could.
time.
It very well could.
But I like Ted McMillan a little more than Travis Hunter. But that could be a huge mistake, and I could have egg on my face this time next year for that statement.
Nah, I think it's fine. Ted McMillan's a dude.
And we can't forget about the golden child, Trevor Lawrence. A lost season last year, as was the year before that. But it takes. We get so spoiled on Jaden Daniels, and players like this who just come out and ball. Bo Nix, these guys who just produce year one. I mean, Josh Allen didn't show fantasy promise until like year 3, and year 4 was an established just stud. So I don't think we're going to get any kind of Josh Allen performance out of Trevor Lawrence, but he's just another one of those guys
I
who
think
is
he'll be
free.
fine.
Yeah, exactly. He's got just as much of chance of being a top 10 quarterback as, Drake May. I like Drake May because I like Drake May a lot more than Trevor Lawrence. I'm just saying Trevor Lawrence could perform at the same level as a lot of these guys we're excited about.
Well, and I think if you just punt and then you get to the end of your draft and you realize, I punted 70 yards instead of short kicked it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you'd
also,
spend your last 2 rounds, you pick Trevor Lawrence and somebody else, and then just start from there. Like, they're going to be good enough,
Yeah. If I draft like a Brian Thomas Jr., that kind of gives me incentive not to take an elite quarterback,
Right.
and just stack him up with Trevor Lawrence at the end of the draft. So, yeah, I like this team. I think they're a dark horse to win the division. I really believe that. I think they're very good. Very good's a strong word. I think they're a dark horse to win the division because I don't think it's going to be Colts or the Titans to do it.
No, me either. And to be honest, if anybody knows how to beat Todd Bowles' defense at this point, it's going to be Liam Cohen. So that could be a really fun game to watch. I would venture to say that one of those lands in primetime.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got one left, buddy.
Yes, sir. My boy, Anthony Richardson.
I almost want to just skip the team and just let Primo do it.
We should. Just don't draft any of them. They suck.
No. Primo loves it. He likes the rest of the Colts, I think.
Does he like Jonathan Taylor?
I think he loves Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, okay.
I should have.
Right.
You know what I should have done? I should have gone to go on here before I even logged in and just pre-record his snippet.
Yeah.
And then paste it in.
I bet he's devastated they let go of Joe Flacco. I bet he loved Joe Flacco with the Colts.
Oh, I bet. And Joe Flacco got announced as a starter.
He sure did. Oh, which I think we all expected that.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he'll be the starter, but I think it's good that
3 weeks.
It bumps. As far as our South episode goes, it bumps all the Browns players up. Quinshaw Judkins, not a lawyer, but was acquitted of all charges. Is that the word to use there? Acquitted?
It was dismissed. That's all I know.
Dismissed.
He
there we
still
go.
has yet to sign with the team, though.
Yeah,
which is a little
weird.
alarming.
It's weird. I think it's a money thing. I mean, the league's going to do their own investigation of it. That's the weird thing about the league. It's like the league has their own law. The law is not above the league.
It's because you never hear about the Pinkerton detectives anymore. It's because they all work for Roger Goodell.
I'm telling you, man. So Quinshon Judkins could still miss like 4 games, but I think it's more of a guarantee he's going to play this year. So I think he turns into a value in the 10th round if he stays there.
We probably should have led with that. Probably should have followed
Yeah,
up with the Browns news.
a little
That's my bad.
little news update there. But yeah, it makes all of the receivers for the Browns very interesting. It makes Cedric Tillman a smash at the end of your drafts.
It makes them draftable, and it gives them excitement if they're late. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So,
but back to the Colts.
I don't know who's officially been announced the starter or if anyone has here.
It hasn't been, but Anthony Richardson's picking up steam.
He's picking up steam. He's at the top of the depth chart, which I get. Depth charts aren't always accurate, but
13th round, physical specimen, 70-yard from his knees, just complete physical stud. Could finish number 1 on any week at the QB position, round 13. Anthony Richardson.
He could finish 32nd on any given week too. Like
he could, dude. He could. As the footballers would say, but it could be a boat. Could be a boat.
Do you remember the time he came out on 3rd and goal from 3 because he was tired?
Man, I still think I'll watch that play, and before he brought himself out, he took a shot. I thought he took himself out because he may have been a little concussed, and they didn't want to say anything because he'd just shaken a concussion thing.
That would
but
make
that's
more
a weird
sense.
thing to eat. He's eaten that. I was tired a lot, so if that, I mean, for all purpose, that's a true statement. So that's low on the dog meter for Anthony Richardson on that one. But maybe he's learned from it, humbled. I mean, I think he's 100. I think it's crazy not to take him in the 13th round just for the chance of, like, he is a real Josh Allen comp. Like, if you want to look at someone who could be Josh Allen in the next 2 years, it's Anthony Richardson. People don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe it.
I don't want to hear it. That's insulting
it could be a
to
thing.
me.
This dude, he's a quarterback in the 13th round who could go out there and drop 30-plus points on a fantasy. He's worth having as a second quarterback just to stream, even if he's not as good, like just in the right matchups.
Okay.
Like if he's healthy, man, he's a smash pick. But I've got a sickness for Anthony Richardson. I might till the day I die. I don't know. I'll be drafting Anthony Richardson though.
It's so wild because Anthony Richardson truthers are few and far between, but Anthony Richardson pure haters are also few and far between. Like the rest of us are just kind of in the boat that if one day I see it, I'll believe it. But until then, I'm just going to avoid it. Like whatever. I'm
Sure.
good.
Well,
but the fact that I have a U and a Primo to deal with on both sides of this is honestly pretty good content.
Yeah, but the 13th round is avoiding it. It's not like, if he shoots up to the 10th round, sure. You can be like, no, I'm just going to avoid it. But the 13th round is avoiding it. It's like, it's like, should I take potentially a top 5 quarterback or, a third running back on because he's an exciting rookie? I don't know, man. I think Anthony Richardson's a smash where he's going, but that's just me. It's just me. It's also like, because it's free, like I'm in.
Let me tell you what I would do. Honest to God. So Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, and Alec Pierce are technically the 3 highest on the depth chart. It's probably going to be more either Ashton Doolin or Adonai Mitchell than Alec Pierce.
I would say you better throw out some Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah, I would hope.
Boy.
I would hope.
Yeah. Oh, we can only hope.
Adonai Mitchell's undrafted. You got to take Downs in the 9th, and you got to take Pittman in the 10th if you want either one of those.
Yeah. Downs is dealing with a little hammy issue right now.
If I draft either one of those, and I'm happy with my current quarterback situation, and then the 12th, 13th rolls around and Richardson pops up in the queue, sure. It can't. I don't think a 13th round pick can kill you. It's, again, like you said, you're not wasting a pick. You're just pretty much getting potential for free. I'm just not personally going to feel confident in the potential.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't mind having it on my bench if it becomes a thing, but I'm also not seeing it even in the 13th going, thank God he fell to me. Just because I don't believe in him. I
sure.
don't at this point.
Yeah. They did draft that first round tight end, Tyler,
Tyler
not
Warren.
Tyler Warren. It is Tyler
It is
Warren.
Tyler
Yeah, the
Warren,
kid
yes.
out of Penn State, right?
I believe
I
so.
think yeah, but he's a stud.
Also
So
6'6" and 255.
yeah,
Tight ends are
I mean,
huge now.
someone as far as like if I punt tight end and he's there in the late rounds, he's an auto click for me.
He's climbing, dude.
Uh,
He's in the 8th now.
yeah, I'll probably if I'm gonna smash on people drafting Laporta and Hawkinson in the 6th, I'm not gonna draft Tyler Warren in the 8th. It's a little rich
I
for
would
my blood. I mean, I like Anthony Richardson for his rushing, not so much his throwing, which I think Josh Downs is just that good. I'm still okay drafting Josh Downs. But I'm kind of out on the receivers, the pass catchers. I'm in on Jonathan Taylor. I love where Jonathan Taylor's going. A generational value for JT just because it's been,
2-3
you
turn.
know, yeah. I think it's.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd take Jonathan Taylor over Bucky. I think so.
And that's not I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I just like
Yeah.
Bucky better. They're kind of
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the same tier. Now, people do forget that for the last 6 weeks of the year last year, Jonathan Taylor would have paced out to be the RB1.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know, like
He
I
was
mean,
crushing. Yeah.
so yeah, no, he's definitely still worth it. He looking at this entire roster, unless Tyler Warren fell to me, Jonathan Taylor would be my only exciting pick, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be thrilled to just have anybody else here.
I get that. I'm in the same boat. Josh Downs is kind of like the cutoff line for receivers for me. Like I want to have all of my receivers drafted and filled out by Josh Downs. Like if Josh Downs is my last receiver, I'm okay with that.
Right.
But anything after Josh Downs, outside of some rookie flyers,
No thanks.
not, no, thank you. Yeah. As far as starting goes.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement there. All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Give me this division first to last.
First to last, I'm gonna go with the Texans, Jags. Uh, mm, give me Colts and Tennessee.
I think Tennessee comes in third, dude.
They could, they could. Hence
I'm
my hesitation.
yeah,
They very well could.
I definitely think it's going to be Texans Jags. And I wouldn't kill
Yeah,
myself if that was reversed, honestly.
I
But
still believe in Shane Steichen, the head coach
Stike 'em.
for the Colts. Steichen. Uh, I think he could. This is a make or break year for him. Like he will be considered a failure as a head coach if he doesn't produce something this year.
I mean, dude, if they just come out and get dollywopped for 7 weeks in a row, and then
It's
I mean, it might. I mean, I don't think they're going to start 0-7. I'm just saying, like, if they don't look any better than they did last year, he might be. He's going to be hot seated early on, and he might be escorted out by week 9,
yeah.
week 10. You know,
Mhm.
um, which honestly I kind of think is unfair,
Yeah, me too. Me
but
too.
it's NFL and it's NFL coaches. It just happens.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, for the NFC South, I'm gonna go Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. I think.
Yeah.
I think. I think that's where I fall on it.
Yeah. It's gonna be, you know what? I'll get spicy. I'll go Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, and Saints.
Okay. Man.
Chris
All
hates
right.
that because he put a little cash on them Bucks.
I didn't. I was going to, but the odds came down. It was only like
Yeah.
by the time I tried to do it, it was only plus 100, and I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It was plus 380 legitimately like a week ago, though. I hate I missed that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, that's the Dirty
Yeah.
South,
All
and
right.
that is what I'm gonna name it. So Thank you, Curtis, for staying up late with me, which for us, this is
Absolutely.
super late.
Yep,
And
I know.
I'll be back soon with Matt later in the week to do the West, and then hopefully sometime next week we can all be back on together to conquer the North
Awesome.
East. Yes, that's what we'll have left.
East. Yeah. East side. All right. Well, peace, brother.
Peace out, man. We'll catch you guys next time.
For sure.